And welcome to the Andaz Resort here. It is by Hyatt. This is not a Marriott, but I'm back with my globalist friend and we are here to check this place out and see, is this worth coming and is this on the same level possibly as the other super luxury resorts in the area. But I have to say, this is absolutely a beautiful awning here walking in. Definitely one of the coolest hotels entrances I've been to. Already really great service. They've got everything decorated for Christmas coming up, so that's why there's all these lights here, but normally they don't have all these lights and poinsettia plants, but they just do that special for this time of the year. Other than Hyatt's all-inclusive, this is basically one of their only luxury hotels in the area until the Park Hyatt opens in 2025, which I'm really excited to go check out. But already visually stunning lobby. Let's go ahead and check out the room and the property. I can't wait to show it to you. All right, and here we are. This is a beachfront room. This is a standard size room. They originally had given us a suite with a lagoon view, but we elected to have the ocean view, and you'll see why in a moment. But come on in, I want to show you the room here at the Andaz. This is one of the also very premium luxury hotel in the city, and with Hyatt, it's considered in their luxury category Andaz. I consider the Andaz brand with Hyatt very similar to like the W brand with Marriott. But this is the room with the 2 double beds. I will be honest, it is a little bit disappointing. It's just a very flat wall all around here. Just not that special design behind the bedding. It's also a little dark. There's not a lot of lighting. They just have these couple little side lights and that's kind of it. And just 2 pillows on the bed. All the other properties we go to, usually there's 4 pillows on each bed. So another little thing there. They do have the ottomans here, which is nice. The flooring is definitely getting a little bit dated and showing its age. I'm not sure I love the color. It's a little bit yellow, especially this part. It definitely looks a little bit older. I feel like this property could do very, very good with a renovation. Now, we do have a nice paneling on this side of the wall, which is nice with the TV right there in the middle. And then they will deliver rollaway beds. Definitely about half the size, not as plush as the St. Regis edition we were just at, but at least they do provide that service. We just have a little seat over here with a little table. And then coming outside here is the beachfront access. So this is on the first floor. Now we're heading out. This actually is a very big sliding door. It's really hard to push open, but this is probably the first hotel I've ever been at where you actually have like beachfront access from your room. So you can just walk right out from the room here, go right on the beach. Very interesting. We got a little table out here, some places to lounge and listen to the waves, the trees. It's just very, very nice out here, relaxing. They definitely could have done something more with this area. It just doesn't seem luxurious, but it definitely is a very nice hotel. We have this station over here, which is the mini bar and coffee station. They also have a hot water maker. They have a lot going on. I don't even know what to look at. We do have an espresso machine. We've got some drinks for purchase, and then apparently the non-alcoholic drinks like Coke and Sprite are complimentary. I'm not sure if that's for everyone or just elite members, but that's that section here. Now we do have a door going into the bathroom that completely closes. It's a very interesting bathroom. This yellow, I'm just not a big fan of it. It carries on in the shower, but the shower is unique because you do have that glass. You can actually kind of see outside while still having privacy in the shower. And it does have the rainfall shower, so that is a great feature. Now the bathroom itself, definitely okay, not super luxurious. They do have the big mirrors here, just one sink, and then they have the toilet back here. So I feel like a little bit wasted space going on here, and then they have this very interesting mural here, which definitely seems aged. But overall, this resort is very beautifully landscaped. It also has an incredible arrival entrance. If you're a World of Hyatt member. It's one of the only properties in the whole region or area that does not have all-inclusive. So they do have restaurants here. You would have to pay for it. If you are a globalist, of course, we do get 2 complimentary breakfasts in the morning for free from the restaurant, which is a very nice touch, as well as this complimentary upgrade from the basic room we booked on points. And welcome to the beautiful Mayakoba Resort Complex. This area is home to several properties, including the Fairmont, Banyan Tree, Rosewood, and of course the Andaz, which is the property that we stayed at. Now this arrival entrance, they are actually currently renovating when we just stayed there last December. So I'm not sure if they're completely finished with that yet, but they're basically refreshing the entrance arrival area, making it look really nice. Now this is the drive into the property through all the lush forest, and then once you arrive, this is the beautiful lobby of the Andaz. Now, the property did open in December 2016, so it is about 7 years old or so. But I will be honest, it feels a little bit older than that, mostly because of the rooms. They definitely need an update, but I'll go into that later. But the property does have some really great technologies. This is where they check you in, and they can actually show you the different room types. Now, this is what the room looked like that they originally assigned to us, which is the Lagoon View Suite. And now looking back, I honestly wish we would have just kept this room. It was a lot nicer than the room that we had, but we opted for just the beachfront room. It's a lot smaller room, but you could just walk right out on the beach. After check-in, they give everyone a little marble that you get to throw in the beautiful water feature there, and you get to make a wish. Now, they did give us a property tour right after because our room was not quite ready, so they kind of showed us around. To the left there where he's pointing is actually where you go to the beach, and then the other way is kind of where you get to all like more of the villas. But the villas are all spread out in different buildings. There's about 24 buildings. I guess they're not villas, but they're just like buildings with the rooms in them. But there's 24 of them, and there's some on the beach side, and then there's some on the lagoon side. So this is the lagoon area. This is kind of the different views. That's the boat there. They do give boat tours, which I'll go over that later. But overall, the landscaping was very beautiful, and they had a lot of different amenities on property. And the great thing is they have golf carts or bikes, so they can take you anywhere. So if you opt to take a bike, you can just ride it yourself at any time. They have stations set up all over. Otherwise, they can take you by the golf cart. The service is excellent for the golf carts. They come in an instant to pick you up, and the bikes, they do a great job keeping them stocked at all the different stations around. They actually move them back and forth to keep all the areas fully stocked. Now this is actually heading all the way to our room. We did stop for a quick tour at the beach because our room was not quite ready yet. Now this is the beautiful pool area going down to the beach. They have a couple pools. They were okay. They were definitely full of families. This property is very family friendly. Almost everyone at the pool, even at breakfast, was all families with kids. So I believe that the Andaz here is going to be the most family friendly because I also stayed nearby at the St. Regis and Edition properties. Those reviews are also up. I loved those properties, but there I hardly saw any kids at all. Very few families. Now I will be honest, the pool and beach area just really didn't do it for me. I didn't spend any time at the beach, no time at the pool. They were just kind of basic and not that special. But now before I head out to the beach, this is right next to the pool. It is a little souvenir shop, and they also have a bar. You can order drinks. They also have food there. You can enjoy that out at the pool, inside there, or at the beach. Now, looking at the beach, as you can see, it's just a whole bunch of chairs just kind of pushed together there. They're not spaced perfectly. It's not super luxurious. I definitely loved the pool and beach areas at the St. Regis and Edition more. And now these are a lot of the rooms here at the Andaz that are just facing the beach, and you can directly walk out to the beach from the room. Now here's the room. It was very sad. Looking back, I would never have stayed here knowing what I know now. The rooms definitely need a refresh, but this room did have beachfront access, but I never even walked to the beach from our room. It just didn't really appeal to me. The property actually has 214 rooms spread out across about those 24 buildings. So actually, as soon as we checked in and got to the room, we left right away, and we got taken to the Rosewood Hotel because the Rosewood, Fairmont, Banyan Tree are all in the same complex like I mentioned. This is now going to the Rosewood. We did kind of explore it a little bit. You also get access to the different restaurants, so if you wanted to eat here or at the Banyan Tree, which is this property here, the Banyan Tree has a beautiful restaurant. It is pretty expensive, but it is definitely a great option. We actually did decide to eat here at the Banyan Tree. We just got taken to the beach area where they have a restaurant, which is inside there. It was a beautiful restaurant, and the food was delicious, and the setting was stunning. Afterwards, we just kind of walked around outside there by the pool, looked around. It was just gorgeous, but that's the restaurant there. It's one of their beach restaurants, but I recommend definitely going there at least one night for dinner. You will need to make a reservation. It usually is very busy. The The one property I did not have time to check out was the Fairmont, which is also in the same Mayakoba area, so I definitely will have to explore that sometime in the future. We only stayed at the Andaz one quick night, and the next morning before we checked out, we reserved the boat for 8 a.m. It's included for everyone that stays there, you just have to reserve a time, and they actually give you a beautiful tour of the lagoon. The lagoon took 4 years to build before they even built any of the resorts. It took so long because they had to remove a lot of limestone, and this lagoon connects all the Mayakoba resorts that I mentioned. But on the tour, you actually will see a lot of different animals, and you'll actually get to go by the Rosewood, Fairmont, and Banyan Tree all on your tour. So definitely take time to do this. You will see so many amazing animals, and the experience is just incredible. You also have a driver of the boat who's very knowledgeable and can kind of show you all around. There also is a golf course kind of in the middle of all the properties, and this golf course was actually the first PGA Tour outside the US and Canada, so it's very special. Now this is passing by some of the Fairmont hotel rooms, and then there's the Banyan Tree again. We got that tour. The lagoon tour is about an hour long, and they keep it looking very nice, picking up the trash daily and also spraying for mosquitoes. Right after that, we did take the golf cart to breakfast. A lot of guests just rode their bikes there to breakfast, but we got the golf cart. Breakfast was the highlight of our stay. It was probably the best breakfast of the trip food-wise because they had so many options. Now, if you're Globalist, Elite, and higher, you do get 2 complimentary breakfasts per day. There was a lot of families here and a lot of options for food, including a yummy pancake station and also a grill outside where they were actually grill you specialty items. The breakfast buffet has several sections, so this whole is one giant table that has a lot of options, including Mexican food. They also had traditional American food, including the potatoes, bacon, eggs, and things like that. And then around the corner, they even had like meats and oatmeal and like chicken and beef, I think, and some asparagus. It was like really decent options for breakfast. You definitely can get full. Now around the corner here is another whole station. We just had some juices there. And then here we have some, it looks like some tuna, fish, cheese, fruit, lots of fruit. So you definitely have plenty of options for breakfast. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet, so it's the one price and everything's included. And of course, if you're Globalist, you don't have to pay anything for 2 of them per day. Now this is going outside. There's that grill I mentioned earlier. They will grill you special traditional Mexican breakfast food, including like a little tortilla with some meat in it and sauce. And then over here you have another station where they'll cook you eggs or an omelet, fresh right there. Now this is inside. They have a whole bread section. This is another whole section with croissants, pastries, really amazing. It was phenomenal. And they also, this is where the pancake station is as well as waffles. And then they have a lot of toppings. So it's very kid friendly as well. They had a lot of options for children that really got them interested. But I loved this service. Everyone was extremely friendly, courteous, even bringing us like beetroot juice upon request and then some other specialty items. Now, right outside here at the breakfast area, it's really close to the pool. So this is now the main pool on property. You can walk there from breakfast, or you can just walk there from where you park your bikes. But this is the other pool. I already showed you the other main one by the beach, and I mentioned there were multiple pools, so this is the other one. It does not have any views. It is surrounded, and there wasn't really anybody there in the morning, but it was okay. It just was okay because of the furniture, the seat cushions. They were all a little bit different, hodgepodge, not that special, but they also did have some smaller little pools for littler kids, so that definitely is a positive. Now this is heading into the fitness center. The fitness center was very nice. I liked that they had the windows with the view outside. It wasn't that spacious, and the equipment was a little on the older side, but it was still decent. Now this is heading into the other side of the fitness center where they had a lot more stretching equipment and some more floor-to-ceiling windows there with the view. Now this is the spa on property. The main spa here is probably very popular to the guests. However, I have seen many better spas in my life, but I do just want to show you. The service was very friendly though. Reception, they also gave us a full tour of the spa. They do have water features, and then heading downstairs here you do get to the men's locker room. I believe the women's locker room looks very similar, but the men's locker room does have that's a little hot tub inside with a couple chairs, and then they also had a steam room, I believe, and sauna, and then they also had like an experienced shower here with then the ice to cool down after your sauna. But it was a little tight, compact. There wasn't really any views when you're inside there. They did have a lot of showers and changing stations, but it just definitely didn't inspire me. I was not interested in doing any sort of spa treatment here, but this is what it looks like in case you were considering. For dining venues, the property also has Sotavento. This is an outdoor patio area by the beach to eat. They also has the Casa Amate, which is an exclusive restaurant serving only dinner. And then this is the vegan restaurant VB, serving a variety of healthy juices and smoothies throughout the day. All right, now for the review of the Andaz Mayakoba Resort here. It is actually in the same complex as the Rosewood, Fairmont, Banyan Tree. They're all kind of right here. So one of the great features is staying here, you can actually eat at the other restaurants and kind of explore those areas if they let you, but it's a great feature. But going to do the review, starting off with the room, I'm gonna go ahead and give the room a 3 out of 5. The room is definitely needing improvement. It's 8 years old, needs renovation. The flooring, the walls, everything, nothing about it felt luxury, nothing about it felt special. Even the bathroom, it just needs a lot of help. Things were, one of the things on the door was missing, to scan the key card on, just little things, the upkeep. The biggest thing here, the problem was the rooms. Next up is going to be the inspiration. Inspiration is going to get a 4 out of 5, and mostly because of the outside of the room. Looking at the beautiful boat ride that they offer, to the beautiful breakfast, to the landscaping, to the cool arrival entrance with your vehicle, that amazing lobby area. It's still a very, very nice. It's just the room kind of dampened the whole like inspiration factor. And for me, out of all 4 criteria, for me, the room is like the most important. A lot of places I go is just for the amazing room. So it definitely was a little bit disappointing. Sure, this view is great, but the room and even outside the furniture, it's just not new. It's not luxurious. It's just old. Next up is going to be service. Service, I'm going to give a 4.75 out of 5. Very close to a 5. Everyone has been very friendly. They greeted us when we arrived. The service is great with the golf carts. Anytime you need to be picked up, they are right there to grab you, take you wherever you need to go. Very good delivering amenities when we requested them. It's just they didn't really make the stay feel special when it came to like any amenity in the room, no note. Just little things with service also weren't like over the top like a lot of other properties, but it was very, very close. Finally, value, would I return this property? I'm going to give a 3.5 out of 5. I probably am not going to return, but the reason why I'm still giving it a 3.5 is due to, like I mentioned before, the facilities. It is one of the great breakfast buffets. Honestly, a lot bigger selection than the St. Regis Inn Edition we were just at. A lot more options, things to eat. Also, like the boat ride, they also have a cave they can take you to. And then the biggest factor is staying here gives you kind of access to kind of some of the other resorts that are here, like the restaurants or other, like, I think it's just the restaurants that you can use, but like at Rosewood, Fairmont, and Banyan Tree. We had dinner at Banyan Tree, which was amazing. So I think that's the biggest factor for value staying here at the Andaz. Now it is a little bit, for the pricing, it's around, I'd say $500 to $800 per night, depending on what room. Some of the suites can go over $1,000 a night here, or you can use your globalist points with Hyatt to stay here. I'm a Marriott guy, so if I come back to the area, believe me, I'll definitely be staying at the St. Regis Inn Edition. I just love those properties, but I definitely want to check out Hyatt's like luxury hotel here. But until the Park Hyatt opens here, I probably won't be staying at any other Hyatts in this area. But thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to show you the next review.